Ahinima Kokobin and Yankwanta dualization. This is going to be a dual carriage road from Ahinima Kokobin to Anyankwanta. The project started 2 months ago. That October, we just started 2 months ago. And you can see what the contractor has done so far. He's moving faster. He's even ahead of schedule, I should say it that way. So far, he has done, the clearing is almost completed. And then there are some areas that we need to stabilize the ground. We need to put boulders and make it stable before we can continue building the road. So what we've seen so far, he has stabilized almost all the bar sections. So where we are standing now, we are doing filling. We are trying to raise we are trying to build the road to the level that we can put the pavement on it. Looking at the nature of the project, it's dual carriage, so it will take about 5 years for us to complete it. So roughly 2025, it should be open to traffic.
Any impediments?
Yes, you see, as I said, it's going to be dual carriage, and then a lot of people have encroached already. It was a single, so there are a lot of encroachment. So we need to do some demolition and other things. You can see big structures alongside the road. So that is the problem we are facing: demolition and then relocation of the structures along the road. So that is the problem we are facing now. We are still.
Sentiment emuso phone munyam for Simon or Simon Sanya one so nidi a dom ene aban nkofo nyina animu koye no. One so kansam kakra ewo de waka ko hunu ene boa ebeboa my Ghana say no one so kan.
And when I became the regional minister, we decided to prioritize the road projects. First of all, we said all bridges that had collapsed, even though the roads were not bad, but because of collapsed bridges, people could not use those roads. So we started from there. The second level was also to remove the runabouts on the Amraga Joso stretch so that traffic can flow freely, unlike what used to happen. Then we tackled the major routes leading to Kumasi. So having removed the runabouts between Ejoso and Kumasi, or you can say redesigning of those runabouts, then we came to the Obuasi road. We realized that from Kokobin, that is where the dual carriage from Kumasi ends, even though there's heavy traffic, and still there's heavy traffic, but realized that road was slightly better than from Anyankwanta to Obuasi. So we decided that why don't we tackle the west part, which is Anyankwanta to Obuasi. Having completed that one, then we can move to Kokobin to Anyankwanta. The Anyankwanta Obuasi project is supposed to end in December 2023. But the contractor is far ahead, just like this is also going to maybe happen if nothing occurs in the future and it goes like we have now. Maybe this one can also complete ahead of time. So we've realized Anyankwanta to Obuasi, which is about 30 kilometers. The project is supposed to end December 2023. But as we speak, apart from the bridge, which is supposed to be constructed, the contractor has almost completed all the other aspects of the road, such that now you have the asphalt up to Obuasi. When you get to where they used to have this arc, before you enter, yes, from that point to Obuasi is dual carriage. So that side is being worked on. We are hopeful that the contractor will be able to complete maybe latest by December 2022. That is, all other things be equal. That is the financial aspect, everything moving smoothly. The contractor can even complete that project a year ahead of time. Then we've awarded this also to Kofi Job Construction. I think you can see it from some of the equipment we have around. And the construction has also started. He could not give you the exact duration because we realized that there are some few issues we have to resolve, like the compensation. And we didn't want to come out with the time and then later there will be delays which might go against even the contractor. Other than that, the project is going to take a maximum of 5 years. Maximum of 5 years. But I'm sure this contractor, at the pace the contract is moving currently, can even complete this job maybe in 36 months. That is assuming things move smoothly as he has started. Now, the compensation problems are not around this area. We have the compensation problems mainly around Kokobin, where people have encroached. Here, the chief did very well. They left the road reservation, so they never sold the portions of the road reservation. That is why we've asked the contractor to start from these areas where we are not having challenges of compensation payment, so that by the time he gets to that side, maybe we might have sorted out all these issues of compensation. But the main plan, we are moving according to the plan I drew up with the 3 departments. That's the highways, urban roads, and feeder roads. That is the way we are going to tackle the road issues in the Ashanti region. Though from Anyankwanta, we moved to the Lake Road, where the first portion was awarded to Chico. That's the Chinese company. And the second portion was also awarded to this same contractor, Kofi Job. And that road is also moving steadily. And for now, we don't have major problem on that road. From there, actually, it wasn't like we end this one, then we start the other. Most of them we were solving them concurrently or simultaneously. So whilst we're working on that, we're also working on the Sunyan stretch. We started during the time of former President Kofo in 2007, but has stalled. And you know, the worst problem we have, or we had with that project, is that the project, the financial aspect has 2 components, a CD component and a dollar component. So whilst the CD was depreciating, it means the value in terms of CDs, that is if you do the conversion from dollar, became a problem. Again, anytime they issue a certificate, after 90 days, if the government is unable to pay, they start charging interest on delayed payments. So when we came in 2017, it was a very huge problem. We had discussions with the Minister for Roads and Highways, discussions with the Vice President, and to find out how we were going to solve the financial issues on that particular route. It wasn't easy. If you ask the Urban Roads Director, it took us a lot of time to resolve that problem. So the minister initially paid some 30 million to the contractor, and they said it wasn't enough. And for that matter, they were not going back to site. We begged them, they did minor work around the former Cambridge school, so that that site became motorable. Later, the ministry paid another 50 million to the contractor. They still insisted that wasn't enough, considering, and then actually they were right, considering the level of indebtedness of the government to the company, that's China Jew. So that side too, we begged them, then they work around Apatrapa area, Apatrapa Junction, where is a Methodist church or something. Yes, said that the traffic could also flow smoothly from that end. Then we realized that the next option, the final option, was to go into financial agreement with them and how to sort out the payment, outstanding payments. And it was after the resolution of that financial issue, that is when they move, and then they are working very fast. And we hope that by the end of the first quarter, at least that portion, the Buakwa stretch, they should be able to complete. And because they realize that the volume of work there has gone down significantly, that's why they've moved some of their equipment to Bekwai roundabout to Santasi, because we are dualizing that side. If some of you patronize Friends Gardens, if you go there now, you realize that they removed the old bridge and they are constructing a new bridge at that point. So we are going to do the dualization up to Santasi. And at Bekwai roundabout, there's a small interchange there, a minor interchange. So we tackle the major entry point